I'd like to welcome everybody to the 2021 National Firefighter Cancer Symposium on behalf of the First Responder Center for Excellence and the University of Miami. I'd ask everybody to please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which it stands, one nation, indivisible, liberty, justice for all. I'd also ask that you remain standing for a moment of silence for all of those brothers and sisters we've lost over the last year. Thank you. You can be seated. Please welcome Erin Kobetz, Vice Provost of the University of Miami, for our opening comments.
My name is Erin Kobetz, and if we haven't met before, I'm the University of Miami's Vice Provost for Research and Scholarship, as well as one of the Associate Directors for the Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center. But my proudest role, and why I'm here by Zoom in front of you today, is that I'm one of the lead investigators for the Firefighter Cancer Initiative. I work super closely with Alberto Caban-Martinez, Natasha Schaefer-Sali, and about 30 other scientists from across our university who partner collaboratively with firefighters across the globe to answer really important questions and generate solutions to address the excess burden of cancer in the fire service. It is my privilege to welcome all of you to the National Firefighter Cancer Symposium. This is the third such symposium, and arguably it's a little bit different than years past. Here I am on Zoom. I know many other attendees are also participating virtually. Some of you are in Orlando together. I think I'm feeling a little bit jealous about not being in Orlando, but I still believe that this symposium provides a really important platform for us to continue to advance the science of cancer in the fire service. And this is something that we can only do together and collaboratively. We need firefighters who stand up with us as citizen scientists, who inform our conceptualization of the problem, who help us frame the research questions that we ask, and help us understand how to best collect the data that ultimately we analyze, not only to generate key findings, but more important, to lead to actionable opportunities for change. Maybe one of the benefits of Zoom is that it allows us to have a wider audience and participation than we've ever experienced in the past. We have over 430 registered participants. 39 states from across the US are represented, as well as 10 countries. This includes Panama, the United Kingdom, Canada, Italy, Mexico, Denmark, Chile, Kazakhstan, Germany, and Belgium. And maybe some of the interest is because we got smart and decided this year to partner with the First Responder Center for Excellence. Wanted to thank you, Ed. Wish I was there in person to give you a hug, or if that's not COVID appropriate, a elbow bump. I really believe that our partnership with each and every one of you is our strongest asset. Together, we do great things. And what's really incredible in this moment for me is that this little nugget of an idea that Alberto, David Lee, and I germinated with key members of Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, Sam Eden and Vicki Shepard, among others, went from a moment into a movement. And I think that we're just at the beginning of that movement. We are working together using science as a guide to make necessary changes to reduce risk and exposure and save lives. Together, we can. And I remain encouraged and inspired by what we can accomplish, our potential, and each and every one of you. I wanted to just quickly thank you for attending, give special thanks to the Symposium's National Planning Committee, and also Cynthia Theory, who's worked extraordinarily hard on all of the logistics leading up to today. I wanted to send a thank you to Julius Hallis, our Florida Fire Marshal, my personal friend and collaborator. And I wanted to thank firefighter associations locally, nationally, and internationally. Addressing the issue of cancer in the fire service is not something that any of us can do alone. This is a big problem that requires us to understand the basic biology of risk and exposure, how things that occur on the job change cells, get under firefighter skin, influence the risk and onset of cancer. We need to come up with solutions to change those exposures, and we're getting there, and we will continue to get there together. Have a great symposium, everyone. Look forward to seeing each and every one of you in person next year.
My name is Ed Klima, the Managing Director of the First Responder Center for Excellence. I want to echo Erin's comments and say it's certainly great to get back together again for those of you that are here in person and for those of you that are with us virtually. I think we can all agree last year was one of the most challenging years many have gone through in our lives, and hopefully we don't experience that again. But in typical fire service fashion, we got through it, and we will continue to get through it. This is certainly a great opportunity as we come out of the pandemic to reevaluate where we are as it relates to the fire service and cancer. Because the reality is it didn't stop in March of 2020. It goes on, along with many other things. It is certainly a great opportunity to reset and evaluate where we've been over the last several years and where we need to continue to go. Before we get started with our first presentation, I also want to thank everyone at the University of Miami, the First Responder Center for Excellence, here at the hotel. In the last 6 or 7 months, we've been planning probably 6 or 7 different versions of this conference, not wanting to push it off any longer because it's too important to do so. So certainly we're happy to be here in a hybrid format. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our first session that provides a personal insight to one of the most intriguing topics related to firefighter cancer today. Since 2018, Diane Coulter has been advocating for greater awareness of turnout gear as it relates to PFAS. And this is her story.